This afternoon we have two speakers. The first one is Professor Li Junzhang. He is a distinguished professor of Department of Environmental and Occupational Health, National Cheng University. It's a very good university from Tainan City, the first city of Taiwan. And today he will give us a very interesting topic, developing an intervention studies to reduce phthalate exposure in Taiwanese soil. Professor Lee, please.
Thank you, the introduction from the Professor Chang. It's my great pleasure to present our recent work in this symposium. About recent 14 years, I focused my study on the phthalate exposure and the human health outcome. I have the 4 studies. Every study has 3 years from the National Science Council, and this work is the second study. I will present the developing and intervention strategy to reduce the phthalate exposure in Taiwanese soil. As we know, the phthalate primarily used to make polyvinyl chloride soft and flexible. And the phthalate looks like the clear vegetable oil. And how to the phthalate manufacture? The phthalate is manufactured from the salicylic acid. When we dehydrate, produce the salicylic anhydride and add the alcohol to produce the phthalate ester. This is the general chemical structure of the phthalate ester. And phthalate are used as pesticides to plastic and to make them softer, flexible, and also add to the cosmetic as a vehicle of pregnancy and other products. So phthalate is used in the plastic product, cosmetic, building materials such as PVC flooring, and in the table and the wire, and also in the food contact materials and automatic applications, medical device and toys. For the children, the exposure route of the phthalate may via the inhalation, injection, and the skin absorption. And for children, we know the children have the low body weight, so he will make a high exposure dose. And the children have the hand-to-mouth behavior, and such as the sucking or mouthing the dust. So the hot dust is the major exposure sources for the phthalate. I will present our previous study. It's a series study of our developing the intervention study. This study published in the Human Reproduction in the 2013. The title is "The phthalate may promote the female puberty by increasing gestating activity." And the result we can find we collect the pre-coitus puberty girl. The subject has 31, and the control group has 29 in the National Cheng University Hospital. And we can find the urinary phthalate levels in the PPP group. All the phthalate is higher than the control group. And when we adjust the creatinine, we can find in the NEP, NEHP, NEHP, and NEOHP. The NEHP and the NEHP and NEOHP is the metabolite of the DHP. and we can find also higher in the CPP group is higher control group. And we saw for the CPP group, we divided all the CPP group to the 3 subgroups. The first one is the low puberty levels. The LHRS is negative, and the second group is the LHRS positive. And this group is the high puberty degree. The case need to use the leucine to therapeutic, and all the girls have the men about 2 and 8 years old, and we can find the phthalate in this 4 group is decreased, and also we can find the basal E2 PLS show the significant positive trend. So we can find that in this 4 group, the P trend among 4 groups after adjusting for age is 0.005, and this data shows the puberty degree is has a positive, significant positive correlation with the phthalate. And this figure shows we use the urinary phthalate levels to find the correlation between the phthalate and the urinary phthalate. The urinary phthalate is a good indicator of the phthalate exposure, and we can find the AMP, MBP, MBDP, and the MBD adjusted with the creatinine shows the positive correlation with the phthalate. And the second study is the coverage in the environmental pollution. As we know, the phthalate contaminated in food is outbreak in the 2011 in Taiwan, and we have measured pesticide contaminated food about 1,200 samples, and we use this data to develop a cumulative risk assessment for the different age population using the hardline index approach. And we can find this figure shows the anti-androgenic effect of the hardline index, and we can find the age from 0 to 3 years old, and the male and the female, and 4 to 6 years for the female has the higher hardline index. So our study is the objective of our study is want to develop an intervention strategy to effectively reduce the body burden of phthalate in prepubescent girls. And we hypothesize that intervention strategy we designed would effectively reduce the concentration of urinary phthalate metabolites, and the modified behavior would be correlated with decrease in the concentration of specific urinary phthalate metabolites. The participants were enrolled from our previous study. We recruited the participants using the following criteria. We ranked all the participants from our previous study according to their urinary phthalate metabolite level, and each participant got a rank score in each phthalate metabolite. Then we summed and have a total score, total ranking score from all phthalate metabolites, and we divided 30 girls, the girls is aged from the 4 to 13 years old. The median is 9.7 years old, and who had a higher total score in the previous study who participated in the previous study. And 3 were the prepubescent, and the 27 is precocious pubescent. And we developed the intervention strategy. The first is the nutrition, supplemental, and medication. Information about using nutrition supplements and the medication were correct, but they were not restricted if they are if they were prescribed or recommended by the dietitian. Otherwise, the participants were asked to stop taking them for 1 week. The second is the cosmetic and the personal care product. Using essential oil, perfume, skin lotion, nail polish are restricted, and the volume and the frequency of shower gel and the shampoo used were reckoned. And the third is the plastic container. Eating and drinking from plastic bowl or bottles were restricted. And the microwave food in paper and the plastic box, or regular in plastic were restricted. And the food with plastic bag or plastic wrap cover. The food with plastic bag or plastic wrap cover were restricted. And the building material and the hand wash. The duration and the frequency of the hollow floor made contact, playing on the ground, and eating food without washing hands were reckoned. For any, and we also asked the parents to record the time activity pattern of the children. For any item about the real onset time and events on usage were recorded. And this is the intervention period. Just only 1 week. In the day 1, we pre-intervention, this is the pre-intervention stage. We collect the pre-intervention urine sample in the day 1, and educate and provide a questionnaire with the item list to the parent. And in the day 5, we have told to remind parents remember to record the questionnaire every day and appoint the sample time for the final day. In the last day, this is the post-intervention stage. We collect the post-intervention urine sample in this day and verify the records on the questionnaire. This is the demographic information of all 30 participants, and we can find the purity in plastic container is high. This medium is about 500 milliliters per day, and the height is 2,250 milliliters per day. And the second is the food in the plastic bag, about 176. This is the mean mass. This table shows the pre and post intervention urinary cellular metabolite levels, and we can find this table shows the nanogram per milliliter, and it shows the microgram per creatinine adjusted with creatinine. And we can find in all the urinary cellular metabolites, all the levels in the post-intervention is decreased, and when compared to the pre-intervention. And also in the also in the adjuster for the creating new label. And we divided the intervention compliance. This table shows this is the high compliance for the hand washing. And we can find this level shows the intervention efficacy, and we can find the hand wash frequency higher to the efficacy is higher than the low hand wash frequency. And this figure shows the favorability. If the children, the girl drink lower favorability with the plastic cup, and we can find the intervention efficacy is higher than the low one. And we can find in the DHP metabolites such as the NEHP and UHP. We also find in the is related active related to the favorability impact. And also in the NECP, the NECP also the metabolite of the DHP. And we also find the hand wash is related to the NMP, and NMP mostly used in the personal care products, such as the shower gel, the fragrance of the shower gel, or the perfumes, or the other cosmetics. And we can find the hand wash frequency higher, good compliance, and children have the higher intervention efficacy. Okay, this figure shows the shower gel and the shampoo, and we can find the use of the shower gel, lower use of the shower gel and the shampoo have the higher intervention efficacy for the NEP and the NDP. This is the first study that has used the education and the voluntary self-restraint to try to reduce urinary saline concentration in children. We found that a change of some usual habits and behavior was helpful for reducing the participants' level of exposure to saline. And we find that limiting the drink of the beverage from the plastic cup could effectively reduce the urinary NDP, NEHP, and UHP, and ECPP. And using fragrance-free products could be reduce the urinary NDP and NEP, and increase the frequency of hand washing could reduce the urinary NDP and NEP. The huge decline in the urinary level of this 8 saline metabolite, the maximum intervention efficacy ranged from the 71% to 97%. Imply that our intervention strategy could effectively reduce the participants' level of exposure to saline. In the presented study, we recommended the anti-saline self-restraint strategy instead of providing saline-free food. In other studies, they used the saline-free food to try to reduce the saline exposure, but the study is not the result is not good. And the strategy proved practical and the effect for reducing levels of unicellular beta-glucan, and participants who still have high levels of unicellular beta-glucan in the post-intervention will not comply with the intervention practice, and generally continue to expose themselves to layer in usual sources of phthalate. However, the participants were compliant succeeded in reducing their level of unicellular beta-glucan. In the presented study, more than half of the children were compliant, and which resulted in reduction in their unicellular beta-glucan. Furthermore, the intervention itself might have higher have all family members practice the intervention strategy. But the major limitation of this study is that we cannot rule out the possibility of trend findings because of the small sample size. We have 5 conclusions. The dominant cellular beta-glucan found in urine samples were NDP, NDHP, and MECTP. The NDP is the metabolite of the BDP, and the NDHP and MECTP is the metabolite of the DHP. The intervention instruction in this study is effectively help the participants reduce their exposure to phthalate, and the efficacy of the NDP reduction were the highest in the present study. The 40% of NDP was also covered by increasing hand wash frequency and reducing drinking from plastic cups and reducing shampoo usage. The level of the DHP metabolite, such as the NDOHP, NDHP, and the MECTP, was also covered by reducing the drinking from the plastic cups, and the NMP was covered by increasing hand wash frequency, and NDP is covered by reducing shower gel usage. And this study is published in the Journal of Photo Environment. And acknowledgement, we are educated to those who participated in this study and to their parents. We thank the Taiwan National Science Council for financial support. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so we have time for questions and comments. Any? None? Yep.
In case nobody has a question, what would you speculate a month later if you would have measured the phthalate distribution again in those after a 4-week non-interventional period? Would you expect the same level or?
Okay, because the half-life of the phthalate in the urinary is about 24 hours. So if the intervention strategy proceeds 1 week, we can effectively to investigate the relapse. So if we proceeded the intervention stage to 1 month, maybe some parents or older children cannot proceed maybe we can have not good compliance. Yeah, so we just proceed 1 week.
This is exactly what is asking after 1 week.
Yeah.
Because the chance of compliance, the rate of compliance will be decreasing as you observe, right?
Yeah.
So that's answered. Any other question and comment? from our audience. So, do you think that's regular? Yeah.
Is there any differences between drinking hot drinks or cold drinks from plastic cups?
This study is proceeded in the July and August. In the July and August, those students were drinking hot drinks. So all the drink is the cold drink.
But in this hot drink, the concentration will be higher or the same?
Yes. But in this study, we can find that the salad also exists in the cold drink. So if you use the plastic cup, either cold drink or hot drink can inject in the salad.
Okay. Any other question? Yeah.
Thank you. I have a very basic question. White girls, can we apply this strategy on to maybe boys?
Yes, I think we can use this intervention strategy to the adult or boys or the children. Yes, and I think the population is can be used this intervention strategy because we select the puberty girls because their behavior is simple. And we can restrict by the parent. So this intervention strategy is restricted by asked by the parent to the children. So I think this intervention can be used to all the population.
Any further? So, based on this, do you think that this kind of health education or total ban is which one will be the greatest public health strategy?
I think education is very important.
Yeah. Compared to ban, there's internationally there's some say you have to restrict this, restrict that.
I think the ban is not. We can reduce the salad level in the plastic, but we cannot use. We cannot. In our world, the plastic is always needed, and the manufacturer has different selection. So I think education is more important.
In EU, there's some restriction in different components of this CVPH, right? Are there some component banned and some are restricted? It's kind of a trend, right?
Yeah. But we have the labels of the plastic cup. Labels we have not banned, but we have some reference labels.
Okay.
Yeah, for